Thank you so much for staying with us, everyone. Let's move into some other issues relating to the leadership of the PDP. Well, when we wonder, Jimmy Agbaje is one man who contested for the governorship seat of Lagos. He worked with Chief Bode George. In fact, one will remember there was a big contest between Mr. Musiliu Obanikoro, but this one man who stood by Mr. Jimmy Agbaje. When a lot of people heard about Mr. Jimmy Agbaje coming out for the chairmanship seat of the PDP, one will be wondering, will he be contesting against the man is seen as his political godfather? A lot of people have asked me to bring Chief Bode George on the program to look at this issue, and here he is now. Mr. Agbaje ran against you, and I know there were some Southwest meeting. Was it ratified that both of you, a political father and a political son, should be on the same platform to run, or what really happened? Or you're not willing to step down for him?
You know, it is mind-boggling. Yes, I stood by him. I brought him where he could cut his political teeth in PDP. He just joined us less than 2 years. And you know, traditionally, each zone, once you come back home with your own basket, people, the elders, the stakeholders will meet, take a decision on who should hold that particular position. This was done, and I was endorsed by the stakeholders in the Southwest to be the chairmanship candidate for the PDP from Southwest. For a long time, we were hearing rumors and all that. So nobody in this zone endorsed Jimmy Agbaje.
Really? Is it possible that it is not? Because we understand that some governors backed him.
How many governors do we have in the Southwest?
There are two strong ones.
Right. So we had this meeting in Akure where the Governor Mimiko presided, and they put the motion before the stakeholders, and they all endorsed Bode George. Now, it is totally inconceivable, because he was being sponsored by people outside our zone.
Really?
Yes.
Like, are they governors or just leaders?
The head of that organization, the head of that conspiracy, was Governor Wike and Ayo Fayose. Although Ayo told us at our meeting that he burnt his fingers once by being a partner of Wike that brought Alimudu Sheriff, that he had learned a lesson. He wasn't going to commit himself to start pushing anybody for governorship, for the chairmanship. Of course, the rallying point at that meeting was that they selected a committee of elders who would talk to others in our zone, like Professor Adeniro and the other gentleman from Ibadan,
Professor Jimmy,
that they should tell them, now look, they should step down. Then thereafter, they should announce to the world that the Southwest Zone has endorsed Chief Bode George. They went through all that. They spoke to some of them. In fact, Governor Daniel of Ogun State, before, the former governor, was also part of it. He dropped off.
Are you disappointed in Mr. Jimmy Agbaje?
Absolutely disappointed. It is so disgusting. It is so unethical. Look, this guy.
Did he speak with you about contesting?
He was dodging me and running, and he was being taken around by Governor Wike, and Ayo Fayose aided and abetted him.
Were you afraid he was going to win you if there was an election?
There was no thing like being afraid. You know, the most disgusting part of it was that they asked him, have you been sponsored by your zone? He said, oh, there's no need to talk to the Yorubas. And the shame of it was that when we now found out, the night before, no, first of all, the morning, all the contestants met Governor Wike as the chairman of the convention. He presented the case brilliantly, assured us that it was going to be free and fair, and it was going to be transparent, and we were all happy that there would be no imposition and all this. We planned for that. The next thing we had was, that night, the chairman of Lagos State the chairman of Ogun State, the chairman of Oyo, and the Osun State went to collect their cards, the accreditation cards. Lagos State was refused.
Why? Because
no. When they refused it,
this case home because of our time, they got to bring it home. As it stands now, there's going to be 1 year.
Yeah.
Are you still interested in running? Are you going to forgive Mr. Agbaje?
I think vengeance is not mine. It's God Almighty. If you bite the fingers that feed you, God has said it. But that's not for me to say. It is for his conscience.
Are you still going to run?
I will run.
Do you think
if I'm still alive?
You think you can win?
I think I was one of those who started and built this party. If people are honest, let me bring
just
down...
before we go, your final words now.
Now, let me just quickly explain to you and listeners what normally happens in this party. We in the Southwest did not interfere with the candidate endorsed in the South-South. The South-South or any of the governors there have no authority whatsoever to go and interfere with the candidate endorsed by the Southwest. The same thing. So now we were lucky.
We need to go now, sir.
We were lucky that at the end of the day, there was a lockdown at the stadium. Otherwise, there would have been a complete chaos there that would have left to the party going under. I am now happy that we have a 1 year break.
We need to go now because of our time.
Yeah, these guys, does he have the depth?
We'll see. We have to bring you back so that we can talk more about it. Many thanks. Always a pleasure to have you on the program.
No problem.
But that's our show for today. Many thanks for being part of it. I'm Sean Kimale. Bye for now.
channelstv.com